As real estate agents, it's really tempting to always chase the next shiny object or new trend that can provide a shortcut to our system. But the reality is proven systems are the way that things actually work. Hi, Doug here, real estate coach and sales director for a group of real estate agents where we help agents build businesses that rely on proven systems that actually work, not luck and shiny objects. So, today I want to talk to you about some strategies that work for lead generation going into the new year, coming up at the end of 2025 here, entering into 2026. I want to talk to you about three strategies that still work even in a changing market. And here's the truth: as agents, we have to stop chasing shiny objects. The best lead generation strategy is a simple mix of proven methods, not chasing the next trend or the next system, but sticking with consistency and a simple mix of proven methods that I want to talk to you about. So stick with me till the end because I'm going to give you the exact weekly plan that I have agents follow that fills their pipeline every single time. So let's start with the most underused but highest converting strategy: your relationships. NAR reports that over 67% of business still comes from SOI and repeat clients. Yet agents spend most of their time chasing strategies online, whether that's a lead vendor or the next lead provider, or it's social media, or it's the next ad, or the next thing, trying to find a stranger who will trust them um, instead of chasing people who already know, like, and trust them. So here's your system: it's the 554 method: 5 calls a day, 5 texts a day, 4 handwritten notes a day. And before you say, I don't want to bug people, I don't want to bother them, I don't want my friends to stop talking to me, remember, you're not calling to sell them. You're calling to provide them value. You're reaching out to them saying, hey, as your friend, I just want to share some things that I have come across as the expert in real estate. Give updates, share resources, or simply, if you don't want to bother them, just check in on how their life's doing. How's the family? How's the job? How's the house? How's, all those things. Build relationships and and build your rapport with your sphere and your past clients. You're building relationships equity, and relationships can create referrals. So, the next method, method two, is your digital lead generation. This is what you can do at scale. So, this is how you could take your business and scale it up by scaling your presence up without burning out, without having to make more calls, show up to more events, connect with more people. And this is where most agents mess up, though. They just post little graphics about, coming soon, or new listing, or under contract. It was a picture of a house and a caption like, DM me for details, I'd love to help you. There's no content, there's no noise. It's a pretty house and a pretty image for people to see, but there's no substance to it. So instead of doing that, you need to become hyper focused on hyper local content. Do weekly market update videos. Do neighborhood tours of houses in certain neighborhoods. Do a cost of living breakdown for different areas of different demographics. Do a video about how you should buy now or wait. Um, do local business spotlights. Become super focused on the areas you want to service or the type of client you want to service, and create personal content for that. And why she is because local content or personal content builds trust. The and trust turns into messages like, "Hey, can you help me buy a home this year?" That's a message we would all love to see in our DMs on Facebook, yet very few of us do. And it's because we don't build that trust by knowing what our local area or our personal person that we want to help is. We haven't given thought. Are you an agent who wants to help first time homebuyers? Tailor your content to that. Are you somebody who wants to help people relocating? Tailor your content to that. Are you focused on a certain area or location, neighborhood, um, zip code, whatever it might be in your area? Focus on content from that and highlight areas there. One short market video per week can take your position from being just noise in somebody's feed to being a local expert faster than any paid lead resource can. So, talked about your sphere, we've talked about your digital presence. Now let's talk about your direct lead generation. This strategy you control 100%. It's not reliant on who sees your post or who doesn't. And nothing beats this ROI. These are things like a well run open house. So here's the secret: you got to stop treating open houses like they're showings. They're not showings. You're not showing a home. You got to stop treating it like I'm going to highlight this home and it's a spotlight. That's a social post. An open house is a lead generation event. Your goal is 10 to 20 real conversations per open houses, not three people wandering in silently and leaving without anything more than a head nod and a hello. Use a sign-in sheet that asks at least one qualifying question, like, are you currently working with an agent? Are you thinking about buying in the next 6 to 12 months? How long have you been looking? Some kind of qualifying question with your sign-in sheet. Your sign-in sheet should obviously also ask for their contact information so you can follow up. This sets up the combination to give you a natural follow-up. It prevents awkwardness and gives you control of the conversation. If you have their contact information and you know that they're looking at buying in the next 6 to 12 months, you can set the appropriate follow-up cadence with them and stay in front of them. In this market, open houses are one of the few lead sources where buyers actually show up with intent. It's your job as an agent to have the conversations with them and find out what their intent and timeline is. A good open house is not just opening the door with a few signs out front and hoping that you get lucky. A good open house is sign positioning that drives people to your home. And then once they get there, you are treating that like a lead generation event. It's an event. They sign in, they have a conversation with you, you're excited to see them, and you have a natural flow to follow afterwards. These three strategies are going to work no matter what the market is and no matter what the year is. There's always tweaks to the strategies, but these three strategies will get you there. You don't need to chase the next shiny object, the next lead system, the next CRM, the next automated driven lead vendor. If you implement these three strategies, you will get business. So here's your challenge kind of going into 2026. Commit to a simple weekly mix: relationships, digital, and direct. Relationships, digital, and direct. These are the three lanes with one goal: massive consistency. The exact weekly plan that I give agents is to block that out. Schedule your open house, whether you want that to be you're a weekend person and every Saturday, Sunday you'll do it, or whether maybe it's just one day of the weekend. Or maybe you like to do Friday evening and Saturday morning and some kind of mix like that. But know what your open house schedule looks like. Plan ahead, block off those times. Think through your posts and be at least a week ahead on your digital posts for social media. Know what you're posting next week so that you have a plan for putting that in place. Use systems as simple as a Word doc that you type 7 days of posts out in, or utilize an AI like a Chat GPT to help you plan that. That's okay too. But then edit it to be personal and local to you. And then relationships. Use the 554 method. Call 5 people a day, text 5 people a day, write 5 handwritten notes a day and send them, or 4 handwritten notes a day and send them out. If you follow that plan, you will generate business. So comment below lead generation mix if you are committed to following those three things and having them consistently in your business next year. And if you want help setting up a full system and a full plan that you can actually stick with week in and week out, I'd love to chat with you. Grab a spot on my calendar below and let's help each other build your business so that it doesn't depend on luck and ebbs and flows, but on a proven strategy that you can rely on throughout the year. Stop chasing shiny objects. The best real estate lead generation strategies are a simple mix of things that you can be consistent with and make you an expert in your local area or with your local buyer, and they will work in every market in every economy.